Welcome to the Chef's Kitchen. I'm your host, Nicole Gaffney, and we're here today with Yehuda Sichel of Abe Fisher.
Hello, how are you?
Great, how are you today?
Excellent.
Thank you so much for being on the show again. It's great to have you back.
Thank you.
Lots of ingredients happening here on the table, so what are we making?
We are making a smoked bronzino and mahon cheese croquette with a sauce Romesco and some piquillo peppers and some aged mahon.
Awesome, so a little Spanish flavor happening today.
Yeah, so we're really fusing like the Eastern European Jewish cuisine with like some good like Spanish coastal
Very
food.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm into it. Let's get started.
All right, so first things first, we got to fillet our fish.
Okay.
I always have a glove on hand.
Yeah, when you're working with raw proteins.
Yeah,
helps.
it's sort of just habit at this point.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get our smoker going.
Beautiful Bronzino.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, where do you guys source your fish?
We get it from Samuel's and Sons.
Of course you do.
Of course we do.
Who doesn't get their fish from
Who
Samuel's
doesn't?
in Philly?
So Bronzino is, they're always kind of easy to get.
Yeah, this is a big Bronzino.
Yeah, this is like a 3-pounder. So we got one fillet there,
Nice.
and then I like to clean my knife in between.
And do you use other fish than Bronzino, or do you
Yeah,
typically stick with this?
I mean, we use tile fish in the summer when it's around, coming from the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
We've used wild bass before,
I guess really
smoked
whatever you have.
trout,
Yeah, whatever
we've
you have
used
that's
cod, we've used just about everything.
local. Awesome.
So we'll get rid of that. And while I'm pin boning this stuff, you're gonna get
I'll do
these
that.
going while I start to pin bone the fish.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna take the ribs out here.
All right. And right in front of me here, I can't help but notice all of the smoke billowing up. So
Exactly.
we're gonna smoke this.
So, I mean, we're gonna smoke it right here. We have some applewood wood chips. Now you could pin bone them if you like. You can also, if you're at home and you don't have like fish tweezers,
Right.
It's not like the ideal way, but
can
all the
just
pin
cut
bones
that
are right
out.
here. Exactly. You can do that, or you can even smoke it and then flake it and take the pin bones once they're cooked.
Just make sure you get them all.
Just make sure you get. I don't like to do that, especially in the restaurant, because it could be a little risky. All right, so there you go. We're gonna salt it pretty generously. You could cure it overnight if you'd like, or cure it for
really?
a couple hours. This is our pastrami spice. We use it at the restaurant a lot.
So there we go. Now we're bringing in those Jewish flavors.
Now we're bringing those Jewish
Right.
flavors. So it's got some black pepper,
Wow,
some
it's
allspice,
really fragrant.
and coriander.
I guess it's the allspice I'm picking up. It's really, really, really fragrant. It smells awesome.
So we use it like for mushrooms. We use it obviously for our pastrami.
Yeah.
We use it for just about everything. Look at that. So we got a nice smoker. I'm actually not going to spray this because I kind of want the skin to stick
Oh, interesting.
so that the meat comes right off.
Because we don't want the skin. We just want the flesh.
So we're going to go right on there.
Okay. And now, is this how you smoke in the restaurant?
Oh yeah, this is how we smoke everything. So put this back on. Come on, grab me a towel real quick. All right, so now we got this smoker. It doesn't look very fancy, but it does a really, really excellent job.
Nobody has to know.
Nobody has to know. All right, so now we're gonna move over to the vegetable side of things.
You want to get these super charred, right? These peppers?
Yeah, I actually roasted some peppers earlier today. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make our Romesco sauce. So we got our roasted peppers over here. We have some toasted almonds.
They look great. I just want to snack
They're
on these.
delicious. They're just dry toasted.
Already skinned, though.
We got some roasted tomato paste here.
That's an interesting ingredient, the roasted tomato paste. So you just throw it on a sheet pan and roast it?
Exactly.
Straight out of the can?
Yeah, so we have like a salamander. You can do it in a broiler. You can do it in a saute pan, just to
Okay.
get a little color, make it nice and fragrant.
Awesome.
It's like,
Nice and caramelized.
yeah.
Really brings out all that flavor.
Gives it some personality.
There you go.
And then we got some vinegar and some roasted garlic and salt and olive oil. And we'll start making our Romesco.
So this is a classic Spanish sauce.
Exactly. So it could be made with tomatoes. It's it's usually
Lots of
made
different
with
versions.
Lots of different versions.
Yeah.
This is my favorite version.
Okay.
You gotta buzz the nuts first.
Okay.
Very important. Very, very important. If you don't, you'll understand why. Because you'll never get them ground
All right, gotta buzz the nuts
enough.
first.
Exactly. So we're just gonna pulse them a couple times.
Now, do you want to get them smooth or you want to retain the texture?
You definitely want a little bit of texture. If you hold it down too long, it'll turn into almond butter.
There you go.
Which is delicious, but
Not what we're going for.
maybe next episode.
Yeah.
We'll do my favorite morning snack. Okay, and then we're gonna take a mixing bowl. All right. So now, put the almonds in there.
We'll return with more from the chef's kitchen. We're back with more from the chef's kitchen.
And then we'll pretty much do everything else. So we'll take our roasted garlic, just a little bit.
Yum.
A little bit of vinegar.
That's just red wine vinegar?
Yeah, red wine vinegar. You can use any type of vinegar.
Sure.
Sherry vinegar would be really good. We're gonna take some of our tomato paste, just a little bit. And you could just like kind of have, how are those looking? Good?
Great.
So once those are done roasting, you could just put them in a mixing bowl, and then you're gonna cover them, and then they will steam, and then the peel will come right off.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, cool. So we're gonna take one of our roasted peppers. I'm gonna take the seeds out. A little bit of seed is okay. Boom. All right.
Now what about any of that juice? Do you utilize that at all?
You know, I don't. But it would, usually when we have stuff like this, I'll like hand it to like our bar managers, and they they might infuse a cocktail
Bloody
with it.
Mary.
Yeah,
Probably
anything,
delicious.
right? If you don't mind passing me the olive oil, that would be great. Okay, so we're gonna add a pinch of salt.
Okay.
Thank you. And then we're gonna let this ride for a minute.
All right. So you're not looking to get that super smooth either.
No, you really want it like nice and chunky.
Right.
You're gonna add your peppers. Here, do you wanna do
Sure.
the olive oil? So we're just gonna, the olive oil you could just get in there. You wanna go like,
Slow?
no.
Okay.
You actually wanna go pretty generous with it.
All right. Smooth out all those flavors, because there's a lot of
Exactly.
strong flavors happening between the garlic and the tomato paste.
Totally,
peppers.
and it doesn't go bad. Cool, so we'll put that aside
Okay,
for now.
I'll take that.
Thank you. And now we're gonna check on our
Yeah, so
fish.
how long does this take?
It's probably
is-
ready.
A hot smoke?
This is a hot smoke. It usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, so
on
that's
full
really
blast.
fast.
Really, really fast. Don't stick your hand in there
Yeah.
quite yet. So if you can see,
The smoke smells so good. I'm going to
smells so
smell like
good. Do you
this
see
later.
that? So, see, it does look like it could use another couple minutes, but
All right.
eventually it's all just gonna flake like that.
Okay. Because you said we're making this into a croquette, so.
Exactly. So we're gonna want to
it's
flake
a lot
the
of
fish.
work to smoke the fish, then to flake it apart and make a croquette, but that's what you do at the restaurant.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But you know, for the Spanish fishermen who would have to go out
True.
and first find the fish
Yeah, that's a great point.
and make sure that they get back
Right.
alive when they're making this. Cool. So while this is smoking,
Mm-hmm.
I will get our croquette mix sort of ready to go.
Okay.
We have a potato
Nice.
that has been baked. It's a Yukon Gold potato.
All right.
It's actually a really key ingredient for this.
That it's a Yukon Gold.
Yeah, they're just like really nice and creamy.
So you wouldn't use a russet like a baking potato for this?
You can,
Yeah.
but
Not the same effect.
not the same effect. We're gonna do some lemons. We'll just put that right there.
This is fairly large for a Yukon Gold potato. I find they're a bit smaller typically.
Well, fortunately, we could pick our size of potatoes.
Yeah,
we have
right.
that luxury.
At the restaurant, you get
restaurant.
to decide what
Exactly.
size Yukon Gold you get.
Exactly.
What a luxury. As
Tell me.
peasants, we have to take what the grocery store gives us.
Seriously. No, but we do order ours by size.
Oh, that's cool.
And sometimes I mess it up and I get like the tiniest potatoes.
But then you can just do something else with them.
Exactly. So we'll make a really nice potato salad with that for
So-
our pastrami short ribs. Yes.
There you go. So yeah, let's talk about the restaurant some more. Pastrami short ribs, you're known for those.
Yeah, so that's our signature dish. We serve a whole short rib.
Yeah.
We call it Montreal style
Okay.
smoked pastrami. It's just really the difference between, instead of brining it like traditional pastrami, we cure it.
Oh, interesting.
but
I didn't know Montreal had their own style of pastrami.
Montreal, it seems like, kind of has their own style of like
Yeah.
our Americanized Jewish food.
Right, like I know they have their bagels.
They have
The
their
Montreal
bagels,
are big.
and we're going to call them Canadian bagels. You know, they're certainly not New York bagels.
So yeah, you're known for the short ribs, and you're known for lots of other things like your chicken liver pate, which to this day is one of the best things I've eaten on this show.
Well, good, because we haven't taken it off the menu.
I think people would probably revolt if you took that off the menu.
I agree. So we're just going to do a small dice on some raw red onions.
Okay.
We're also going to use pickled onions.
Oh, nice.
I didn't show how to pickle the onions, but it's just a simple red wine vinegar, salt, sugar
Okay.
situation.
Do you water the vinegar down at all?
Yes, we do. We call this our sweet pickle.
We'll return with more from the Chef's Kitchen. We're back with more from the Chef's Kitchen.
Let's check on our fish.
All right.
Voila. Right?
Beautiful. You said this was applewood?
Yes.
Is that typically what you use to smoke, or do you switch it up and use other types of wood?
I always use applewood at the restaurant. As you can see, it's like beautifully flavorful.
Oh, it's perfectly
Look at that.
cooked.
Yeah. I mean, you could just like,
I want to eat it just like that.
it's excellent.
Yeah.
Like that with like a little bit of lemon.
Yeah.
It would be really good. We
Nice.
Yeah, we should.
Let's just have some. Why not?
Here you go.
Oh my God.
It's delicious.
It's
like
so juicy. Wow.
So there you go.
Yeah.
All right. So in the meantime, I'm gonna actually put you to work.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you scoop out these potatoes.
Okay.
Onto this plate right here. While
right.
you're doing that, I'm gonna flake the fish. Okay.
Great.
Cool. So like you could let the fish cool if you want, but you also don't have to. So now that you've done that,
All right, that's
Now that
enough, yeah?
now that we've done it, yes, I'll take that. We're gonna move it over to the mixer.
One more little piece. 10
Thank
minutes.
you. And if you could just grab me that cream cheese over there.
Yep.
That'd be great. So we're gonna take a little bit of cream cheese and a little bit of potato.
I know potato is pretty typical in a croquette, but is the cream cheese?
Definitely not. This is where sort of like the Abe Fisher
There you
style really lends itself
Nice.
well to it. So we're gonna let that sort of starting to smooth out.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'm gonna dice some cheese. So we got our Mahone cheese.
Yeah, tell me about
Spanish.
this cheese.
Yeah, so it's a cow's milk cheese.
Okay.
They range from like soft Mahone to an aged Mahone, which we'll get to later.
All right.
Apparently, while it's maturing, they rub it with butter.
Wow.
So it's like really
Just doubling down
it's
on
like-
that dairy.
Yeah, it's like awesome.
Oh, nice. It's got a little funk to it.
It's got a little funk to it, and it gets really nice and melty. Like we always make like grilled cheese with it.
Oh, nice. I imagine it has a buttery quality.
It definitely does.
I have never met a cheese that I don't like, so I have got high hopes.
Well, here you go. So,
Perfect. You feed me this whole
I
time. I
know,
like
I
you.
know.
You should be on more.
I know. Next time we'll do like our family meal snacks.
There you go.
We'll do
Potato
potato
skins.
skins with bacon and Mahone cheese. All right, so we're gonna dice this.
Now, is bacon something you keep on hand at the restaurant?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nice.
At any good Jewish restaurant, you need bacon, you know? All right, cool. So we got our diced Mahone. We'll check this out.
Now, I know potatoes, like if you're making mashed potatoes, for example, and you beat them a lot, they get really gluey.
Yeah, so that's generally when they're hot,
Oh, okay.
but you don't want to overwork these.
Okay.
So we're gonna add, I'm just gonna grab a handful of these onions. It's all right. We're on
Do you need
TV.
more of them? Or?
No.
Okay.
We'll take some cheese. Turn it off. Get everything mixing.
So this is really rich. Between the cream cheese and the Mahone cheese, it's going to be...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How could that be bad, really?
We'll take a little bit of chopped parsley,
Okay.
some salt.
And are you looking for this to get totally smooth, or you still want a little bit of texture in the potato?
You want it like a little bit smooth. The texture is going to come from the cheese and the onions and stuff,
Right.
but I think the potatoes are already smooth,
Cool.
I believe. A little everything bagel spice, which is another
Nice.
spice we make, which we use for a variation of things. Add a little bit of that to give
I like
it
that I can see you have caraway in there, which
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
always see.
All right, so now we're going to add our smoked fish. So we'll just take a big handful of that.
So why do you add the fish last?
I don't want to like completely pulverized.
Okay, you
Yeah,
want a
up
little
there.
bit of chunk in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. The pastrami spice on it's really nice too. I think it pairs with the smokiness beautifully.
So as you can see, this is what the filling should kind of look like. It should look beautiful.
Nice.
All right, so now we're gonna chill this down.
Okay.
We'll return with more from the Chef's Kitchen. We're back with more from the Chef's Kitchen.
take our lemons and our herbs, we'll move it over to the plating area.
We need lots of room for our breading, right?
What we're gonna do right here.
So just standard breading, flour, egg, breadcrumb.
This is actually egg yolks.
Oh, tell me.
It just, for certain things, we just use straight egg yolks.
Really?
Yeah, because we make like a lot of custards and stuff.
Okay.
And like we'll make aiolis and mayonnaises, and we like to use pasteurized egg yolks, just for safety reasons, and it's really easy. We don't have to like separate eggs and stuff. So
Gotcha. So you just have a lot of egg yolks on hand.
have a lot of egg yolks, so we just water it down. It kind of does the same thing.
Right.
So we're gonna take our mixture out now that it's been chilling for hours.
So you kind of want it to firm up.
You definitely want it to firm up.
Because I know like that cream cheese will really get firm.
Exactly. We're just gonna take our mixture here, and we're gonna make little patties out of them.
All right.
We're gonna go right into the flour.
They're like little smoked fish nuggets.
Exactly. You're gonna
So
add...
coat the whole pan?
Yeah, oh yeah. So we're gonna go from the flour to the egg yolk. There you go.
Enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, at the restaurant, would you deep fry these?
You know it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you wanna really coat these in egg.
Okay. Now this is fun. You could like get kids involved in this. You have kids, right?
I do. I
they
have a
like
daughter.
to cook?
She's 10 months. So
Okay,
she's
so not yet.
Not yet. All right, so once these are coated, we will bring these to the fridge.
All right, so then they have to sit and set up for a little bit again.
Then they have to sit.
Okay. And now you have some in the fridge, right, that you made earlier?
Yeah, do you mind grabbing them for me? Thank you. Excellent. So after you bread them, you kind of want them to set up a little bit. So I did these earlier.
Are you really just looking to get a nice brown crust on the outside because the inside's pretty much already cooked?
Yeah, we're looking to get a nice crispy outside. You do want it hot. You know, you want the cheese melted.
Yeah.
You don't want to eat like a cold croquette. But yeah, we're not necessarily concerned about cooking the fish at this point.
Right.
And we're just gonna pan fry them.
Cool. About
cool.
how long will they take? A couple minutes on each side?
I would say probably 2 to 3 minutes on each side. You don't want it like and like smoke and stuff.
Okay.
You've already
Nice,
messed up at
gentle
that point. So we're gonna make it a little bit hotter. And the way, you know, when you're pan frying or deep frying, you definitely want to pay attention to the bubbles and the speed of the bubbles and the size of the bubbles.
All right.
You know, these are like pretty active, but not crazy.
Okay.
You know, you've ever seen like at Five Guys when they drop like wet French
All the
fries,
fries.
and it's just like,
Yeah.
not good at your house.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's how bad
Unless
things
you want to
happen.
burn it down.
Exactly. So we're just going to kind of let these slowly fry.
Okay, great.
And then I sort of set up on the other side our plating situation.
All right.
And I could sort of go through the ingredients.
Yeah, sure.
So we have our finished Romesco sauce here. I did add a
Gorgeous.
little bit of smoked paprika to this as well.
Oh, nice.
We have some aged Mahone cheese, which is
So
like,
this is the same cheese that's in the croquette.
yeah, about 18 months later.
Nice.
So it's like
Got
really,
even more funk.
yeah, oh yeah, it's awesome. And it's got like this beautiful exterior. We just have some parsley leaves, some lemon.
And is this on the menu at Abe Fisher right now?
Yeah,
'Cause I know you
so-
changed the menu up.
Yeah, we changed the
frequently.
menu up. The actual fish that we use for the croquette, again,
Right.
we switch up. All right, so now that we could see the edges are nice
Yeah.
and brown, that's usually an indication that they're ready to
Perfect.
flip.
Nice. Beautiful.
Okay. Look at that. So we're gonna flip them. They all have lovely golden brown color,
They look nice and crispy.
nice and crispy. And then they're just gonna need, you know, a minute on the other side. And
Awesome.
then they'll be ready to plate. So these look good. We're gonna check the bottom of them. They have some color, right? They should be nice and soft. That's an indication that they are hot.
That cheese is melted.
Exactly. So we'll just bring this over. I'm gonna turn the heat off. And then just bring them over here.
Nice.
Cool. Once they come off the heat, you're gonna sprinkle a little bit of salt on them. Okay. Now we shall bring it over to plate.
Perfect. Can't wait. So this is an appetizer, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make a huge one.
Right. I mean, I'm not opposed to eating this as an entree.
I'm actually gonna do a little lemon juice on the actual croquette.
Just bring a little acid to the party.
Always. And then for the plate up, since we're plating for like a whole party, just, you know, you really don't have to get fancy with it. You just want to like kind of put the sauce in random places.
So a nice rustic plating.
Totally. And then we will place our croquettes in rando spots. like such.
Nice.
We'll leave that one for later. We're gonna garnish with some piquillo peppers. These are just literally right out of the can.
Very traditional Spanish ingredient.
Exactly. You know, this also really reminds me of like, you know, like some nice tapas, obviously, and all that sort of business. We'll do some parsley leaves.
Brings some really nice color to the plate.
And you're gonna be the cheese grater.
All right.
And you're just gonna very
Just kind of
liberally
shower it everywhere.
make it happen, yeah.
All right, make it rain.
Make it rain Mahone cheese.
You tell me when.
Can
So
you
I'll
ever
be-
say
I'll be
when
here all
people are
day.
grating cheese? That's perfect, thank you.
Great.
And there we go, voila.
This looks great. You have to eat with me.
I would love to.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Whoa.
Right?
There's so many different flavors happening. And textures. You have the crunch and all of like the different textures happening in the Romesco, and wow. Wow.
That was very good. You did a great job.
Yeah, thanks. This is all me. Abe Fisher, some of the best food I've ever tasted. That is not an exaggeration. This is on point.
I love being on the Chef's Kitchen. You know, they make me feel very comfortable here. I love the studio, I love the staff, and I think it's an excellent show.